Because why the hell not?
Mm-hmm.
We are in week 17. Now, normally, if this were a regular season a few years ago, this would be the last week of the year.
Few years ago, that's right.
But times have changed, circumstances have changed. We got 2 more weeks left of NFL picks and predictions. So don't go anywhere because the 4 Horsemen and Pick'em starts right about now, week 17. Let's do this. Oh, baby.
Yes.
Football freaks, gridiron geeks, have no fear. 4 Horsemen and Pick'ems are here in the flesh. What is going on, everybody? I, of course, am your host with the most. Hey, Pizzle. Representing the now 11-4 Miami Dolphins, who this past Sunday faced off against those Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
It was a hell of a match.
Oh, yeah. It was hard fought. But at the end, it was a team that held on to the ball last and got that last field goal.
That's right. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, and we got the job done. Joining me as always, Mr. LC Muscle 28, Team America, who's in the finals of fantasy football.
Football fever.
Fantasy football fever.
The championship match.
Championship, man. I came so close to being in my championship. So close. I lost by, actually, let me check the thing real quick because I lost by, let's see here. So it was, where the hell was it? Right there. I lost 149.55 to 147.15.
Oh, man. That's
if
brutal.
Deebo Samuel or George Kittle made one more catch, I would have been in the finals. But that, unfortunately, did not happen. And as always, representing America's team, Mr. Tiny Tim.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Tiny Tim, your favorite armchair football fan here. Yeah, I'm still kind of stinging from Sunday over the Dolphins. But once again, I do want to thank my buddy Alex up there for inviting me to join him for his stream.
It was a hell of a stream. Great.
That was a phenomenal stream.
It was a good time. And now, let's not waste any time because week 17 of Pick'em starts right about now, starting out this Thursday night, the last Thursday night game, thank God, of this season, as it is the New York Jets facing the Cleveland Browns. This game is in Cleveland. And from what I'm seeing right here, Browns are 7.5-point favorites.
They are 7.5-point favorites.
7.5.
They jumped up because originally I actually had my original lines. When I did my notes, I had the original lines, and we're going to see how much they jumped up by. So it jumped up 0.5 point.
Just a little bit. All right, referee for this game is?
Referee for week number 17, and that is going to be Alex Kemp.
And calling the game, you know who it is. It's on Amazon Prime. You got Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreet. Who you guys got and why? Jets versus Browns.
Start for science, Dan.
Let me kick this one off here. Those Jets, they get lucky at times, but they're not going to get lucky here because that Cleveland defense is. I wouldn't say they're flashy. They don't have a lot of sizzle, but they got a lot of substance.
Spice.
Oh, there you go. And I told myself I would never root for the Jets again because every time I pick them to win, they lose. Every time they lose, they win. So,
Yeah.
but they just really don't. I don't. They're going to keep it close. But I see the Browns taking this one. Give me the Browns over the Jets 28-21.
Why are you laughing?
Well, I was looking at the football zebra assignments, and let's just say your game. Oh boy,
Whose game?
It's the Dolphins Ravens.
Okay, we'll save that
I'm
one.
Save that one for last.
Save that one for a little bit. Okay,
For
so
Yeah.
Browns are rolling right now. Joe Flacco is playing crazy. He has them so close to being in the playoffs. The Jets are playing out basically what they have left. Although they did beat the Commanders last week after blowing a big lead, kind of, because Jacoby Brissett, who we'll talk about in just a little bit, is their starter now. Browns defense will cause a lot of problems for whoever plays at quarterback for the Jets. The Browns keep surging, but the Jets will keep it close. This is actually my point spread game of the week. This is actually the point spread game of the week. I have the Browns winning, but the Jets covering 24-21. Give me Cleveland.
All right, that's impressive. I'll give you that one. So I do like where you're going with that because the Jets are actually doing pretty well in Cleveland the past few times. So with that being said, I got you, Dashy. Don't worry. So Jets are actually 4-1 in their last 5 road games against the Browns. The Browns lead the overall series 15-14. The Browns do average 22.6 points per game at home versus the Jets, while the Jets average 24.4 in the last 5 road games versus the Browns. This isn't my point spread game of the week. Why? One simple thing. The Browns have the second best record at home in the entire NFL this year.
They do.
7-1 at home, and the Jets are 2-4 on the road in 2023. 2-4 on the road. That means they're in trouble, especially playing a Cleveland Browns team who literally, when they play a home game, the Browns have an absolutely fantastic home record. Like, not only they're 7-1, but they allow some of the low, like the first two games, they only allowed a combined 6 points.
Agreed.
Their one loss was against the Ravens, but they only held the Niners to 17, who were one of the best teams in the NFL. Shut out the Arizona Cardinals.
Yep.
They held the Steelers to 10 points. They held the Jaguars to 27, but most of that wasn't garbage time. Let's be honest. That wasn't garbage time. They held they held the Bears to 17. So realistically, the Browns at home are averaging around, they're allowing this opposing team to score only around 15.2 points per game at home. And for the Jets, who are still the 32nd ranked offense, you barely beat the team that has the 32nd ranked defense. Playing against the number 1 overall defense in the league, it's a bad recipe for disaster. It's not my lock of the week, but the Browns are winning this one convincingly. I think the Browns might win by at least 10 here. They get the job done, clinch a playoff berth, and this will actually be a crazy fact. The Browns will be ahead of the Steelers in standings for the first time since 1989.
Oh.
Wow.
They'll finish ahead of the standings of the Steelers. That is actually insane to think about. It's been since 1989 that they've not finished ahead of the Steelers in the standings at any point.
Crazy.
So,
dang.
Yeah. Browns get the job done. My final score is going to be Browns 30, Jets 20. I think they get a garbage time touchdown. But go
lowest
ahead.
ticket price on Game Time, $217.
For Jets, Browns?
For Jets and Browns.
Wow.
Yeah.
So wait, one thing that is Dashy did know is 2 teams got eliminated from the playoffs, the Chargers and the Giants.
That's correct. So you know what that means. They get the big old X marks the spot.
Maybe next year.
Yep, that's right. Maybe next year. Who knows? And we'll see what they do next. All right, next game on the list. We got one Saturday game. As it is the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. This game is in Jerry World at AT&T Stadium. And from what I'm seeing right here, this thing will load up. There it is right there. Cowboys are 6-point favorites.
You're good. 2 for 2.
6-point
All right.
favorites are the Cowboys.
No
All
change
right.
throughout the week, though. There was no change at all.
Referee for this game is
Brad Allen.
And being that this is on ABC and ESPN, got Joe Buck and Troy Aikman on the call. There is no Monday night game this week.
Yep.
So that's why they're doing the Saturday game instead. Think we all know the rules. Save Mr. Tim for last. I will go first on this one. So, Cowboys have lost 2 straight games, but they are in the playoffs. Lions clinched the North last week, but now they are playing for seeding. Detroit is playing consecutive road games, while Dallas is back at home for the first time in 3 weeks. So look for the Cowboys to get back on the right track after 2 losses with an impressive game from both their offense and their defense. I'm actually leaning towards Dallas in this one. Final score, 31-23. Let me hear Mr. Jimmy Johnson.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Elsie, what say you? Good sir.
What say me? Okay, so the Cowboys lead the overall series 18-12. The Lions are 1-4 in their last 5 road games versus the Cowboys. Lions averaging only 21 points in their last 5 road games versus the Cowboys, while the Cowboys are averaging 29.2 in their last 5 home games against the Lions. The Cowboys have the best home record in the NFL this year. They are 7-0 at home.
Ooh.
And the Lions
Undefeated.
They're undefeated at home, and the Lions are 6-2 on the road, surprisingly. And that's actually surprising that the Lions are 6-2 on the road. But here's the thing, though. The Cowboys are undefeated. I think they need the win more than the Lions do. I think the Lions will put up a good fight, but the Lions just historically do not play well in Dallas. It's been a fact.
Nope.
They do not play well in Dallas, and I think at the end of the day, it's going to hurt them. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Dallas Cowboys to get the job done at home. I think they will get the win. It's not going to be an easy game for the Cowboys, though. I think the Lions make this close, but I think it comes down to a late CD had a little lamb to get the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah.
CD had a little lamb.
That's a nice one. That's a nice one right there.
Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, he gets the game-winning touchdown from Dak Prescott to get the win over the Lions, 28-24. Give me the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
You heard what I had to say. You heard what LC had to say. Mr. Tim, it is your turn, sir. Go!
All right. Well, this is going to be it's going to be another tough game. Not quite as tough as last week against Miami. Cowboys had some miscues last week. And a lot of people saying that the Micah Parsons roughing the passer call was a foul. I actually kind of thought it was fair. I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm a realist. I mean, Micah Parsons was just a little too rough on Tua.
He was.
I have to tell you that. So, yeah, he is complaining all the time about the referees and all that. I mean, Micah, bro, just play the game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Detroit has had a pretty good team all year. And congratulations to them for winning their first division title in 29 years. It has been a long time.
First NFC North championship. For the
Right.
Lions.
Yeah, last time they won a championship was
When they win the Central.
Bill Clinton was president.
That's right. Oh, Monica.
Yeah. So Detroit's going to be coming out pretty good. Dallas is they are undefeated at home, but they just got to keep their miscues in check. Just got to hold them really good. This is going to be a tough matchup. In fact, I'm making this my point spread game of the week.
Oh.
It's going to be a late field goal by Brandon Aubrey, who has not missed a field goal yet. And I'm taking the Cowboys for the victory. Final score 27-24. Cowboys with the win. Lions with the points.
Yes, sir.
And give me Jimmy.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
All right. Now on to the Sunday slate of games. We got 14 games on the slate total. I believe there's one Sunday night, 3 at the 4 o'clock slate, and then the rest are 1 o'clock. So that's going to be a fun day for some football. Starting out, this one's going to be ugly. It's not my hell no. It's not the hell no game of the week. That one's coming up in just a little bit. But it is San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Commanders. This game is from our nation's capital. And from what I'm seeing right here, the 49ers are 13-point favorites.
Let me go back to it and double check. Because I know I had them. I want to make sure. 49ers and the Commanders. It looks like you are correct. It is at 13-point favorites.
13-point favorites. Referee for this game is?
All right. Referee for the 49ers and the Washington Redskins is Ron Torbert.
Ron Torbert. And you got Adam Amim and Mark Schlereth on the call on Fox.
I can't hear you guys. Can you guys hear me?
What now?
Can y'all guys hear me? For some reason,
No, your headset's off, I think.
I know I just put fresh batteries in this thing.
I don't know. It
I
sounds
may
all
have to jump out and jump back in.
Or sounds all muffled.
Oh well, I'll be back.
Sounds like you're
No
talking
problem.
away like this. Okay. I'll go first in this one. 49ers are coming off of a blowout loss Monday night to the Ravens. How did that happen?
I
Kelsey.
have absolutely no idea.
That was your pick. Your lock of the week was the 49ers, right?
It was my lock of the week. Yeah, it was.
It was.
Brock Purdy throwing 4 interceptions did not help. I will say, though, the Ravens did surprise me, and I will have to admit the Ravens really surprised me here.
Yes, they
49ers just did not show up at all. Brock Purdy looked awful, and the Ravens, they have a good shot at being that number 1 seed.
They do. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. So the Ravens, yep, they won. They blew out the 49ers. So this is a long road trip for the 49ers on a short week. They got to go from one coast of the country all the way to the other one. I don't think it's going to matter. Well, it might matter because they are making a change at quarterback because Sam Howell was benched. Jacoby Brissett is now the starter. It might matter, but the 49ers will get back refocused. We'll get refocused, if you will, as their defensive line comes up big against a bad Commanders offensive line. I got the 49ers winning this one pretty big. Not my lock of the week, like I said, but still pretty big convincingly. 34-17, give me San Francisco. Bang, bang! Snyder
There
game.
you go. I love it.
Mm-hmm. So, my turn now.
Go right ahead,
I
Dash.
think so.
All right, we're talking about the Niners and the Commanders. Change in quarterback for the Commanders is not going to make much difference. San Fran is going to be coming out mad after they got exposed by those crows. Exposed by the crows. How do you like that?
I like that.
So they're going. 49ers will be flying all the way over to DC, and they're just going to take pretty much control of this one. I actually got 49ers doubling up on those Commanders, so give me the Niners over the Commanders, 34-17.
Alrighty.
Same
49ers.
score.
Oh, it is almost. What's crazy to think about this game is, though, that this game did not have a change in line whatsoever. This game has the same line throughout the week. And the 49ers lead the overall series 22-12-1. The 49ers are 3-2 in their last 5 road games versus Washington, which does concern me a little bit. 49ers averaging 19.2 points in their last 5 road games compared to Washington averaging 19 points in the last 5 home games. 49ers are 6-2 on the road in 2023, and Washington is 1-5, one of the worst records at home this year in 2023. The Carolina Panthers have more home wins than Washington does. Just think about that for a second. Washington has less home wins than the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, my goodness.
That's embarrassing. 49ers will get this. Will be their get-right game for Washington, even with Jacoby Brissett starting. I think the 49ers get the job done. Expect Christian McCaffrey have over 150 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. And the 49ers, they're facing against the 32nd ranked defense in the NFL, who just got embarrassed by the 32nd ranked offense in the NFL. So, Niners, this is not my lock of the week, but they're going to put up a lot of points. Final score, 49ers 49. Just like their namesake, 49 points, Washington 17.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
49? They put up 49 against the Commander?
Just like the name says, 49er.
Okay. All right. Well, lowest ticketed price for this game is, believe it or not, $100.
That makes sense.
Believe it or not, $100. And
was
for the
the
Cowboys,
There you
Cowboys and the Lions game, highest ticket this week so far, probably of the week, $420. Blaze it.
420, blaze it. I love it.
420.
Blaze it, bro. Yeah, man. All right. Next game on the list we have. All right, let's get this one out of the way. Let me hide this. Let me play this. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. As it is, the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. This game is in Chicago at Soldier Field. And from what I'm seeing right here, the Bears are 3-point favorites.
Let's see. Falcons and the Bears. Let's take a look. It is 3 points. So, again, you're right. Very nice.
3-point favorites. Referee for this game is...
And you're actually 4 for 4 right now.
Okay.
So, good stuff. Adrian Hill is the referee for this game.
Adrian Hill and calling the game. I believe this is going to be on Fox. No, it's on CBS. It's actually Chris Lewis, Jason McCourty, and Ross Tucker.
Interesting.
Chris Lewis and Jason McCourty. Interesting.
Patrick Starr somehow decided to pop in the chat.
Oh, look. Oh, hey, Snowman. How you doing? Hey, look at that.
Hey, Patrick Starr, I'm still leading in Max and in Dashy's tournament pick and pull.
That's right.
I may not.
We're actually all three of us are in
the playoff.
In the playoffs
consideration.
So far.
But I'm still the number 1 seed.
Nice.
And do you mind if I go first on this one, Alex?
Go right ahead.
The good thing about this series is the Bears are leading this series 15-14. The Falcons are 1-6 in their road games against the Bears since 1985, and the Bears lead the overall series against the Falcons since 1985, 11-5. So they've only won 5 times. The Falcons averaged 13.28 points in their last 7 road games versus the Bears, shut out twice. And the Bears averaging 25.14 points at home in their last 7 games versus the Falcons. The Bears are 4-3 at home in 2023, won their last 4 home games in a row, which is actually a very impressive feat for them. And the Falcons are 2-5 on the road in 2023, averaging 14.5 points per game in wins and 13.2 in losses. So pretty much with that being said, it's about accurate how I do this. The Chicago Bears are winning this game. Let me meet the Bears to win this game. I'm going to go exact point spread here. I'm going to go final score 25-13. Give me the Bears.
What was the score?
25-13.
25-13. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Bears came alive in recent weeks. But they're pretty much, as Natalie says right here, in order for them to stay alive, they also need the Giants, the Bucks, the Steelers, and the Packers to lose. In order for them to stay alive, that needs to happen. The Falcons are still alive in the playoff chase. A lot more so than the Bears at this point in time. This will be a tough task, though, against a team playing loose. So look for Justin Fields to outplay Taylor Heineke to get the job done. I'm going with the Bears to beat the Dirty Birds. Final score 27-20.
All right, well, very impressive 4-game win streak, 4 in a row for the Bears at home, and very impressive here. Falcons are just I don't know how they're still in playoff contention, but they're probably barely hanging on by a thread. I got that great running back Bijan Robinson from Texas.
Welcome, Horns.
Welcome, Horns. But I think Justin Fields is just going to be a little bit too much for those turkeys. So so give me the Bears over those Mylanta turkeys. Chicago 24, Mylanta 19.
Lowest ticketed price on Game Time, just $1 from being 3 figures, $99.
$99.
99. All right, next game on the list we have is the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. This game is in Houston. Texans are 5-point favorites.
Let me see. This definitely seems like it's been an interesting moving one. So let me actually pull that up. So just give me a quick second here because for some reason I'm just trying to make sure my numbers are right.
So I'm pretty sure Stroud is back.
No.
Oh, no.
4.5.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
What a shame. What a shame. All right, referee for this game is?
And referee for the Titans and Texans is Scott Novak.
And calling the game on Fox, Chris Myers and Robert Smith on the call. Who you guys got and why Titans and Texans?
Titans and Texans. This is going to be an interesting one to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely interested in this one because realistically with this game, you mind if I go first? Again.
no.
All right, awesome. I just want to make sure I could go first. Titans lead the series 23-20. Texans actually won 19-17 a few weeks ago with 15.
Awesome.
The Titans are 4-1 in their last 5 road games versus the Texans. Titans averaging 27.6 points in the last 5 road games against the Texans, while the Texans are averaging 24.2 points in the last 5 home games versus the Titans. The thing that concerns me here is Titans are 1-6 in road games in 2023, and Texans are 5-3 in their home games in 2023. And you did say CJ Stroud is officially back.
It's most likely. It's 99.99999999999% sure.
With me, realistically, I'm wondering if CJ Stroud's going to play or not. If he doesn't play, I'm actually going to take the Titans because the Titans and Texans usually split. But more than likely, if CJ Stroud plays, I'm going to take Houston. The Titans are terrible on the road, and the Texans are fantastic at home. They have a great home record this year. They've also beaten some really good teams at home this year.
Yeah.
Beating the Steelers, beating the Buccaneers. You beaten actually, no, you didn't beat the Colts. I'm sorry. You beat the Saints, who are still contending. You beat the Buccaneers, and you beat the Cardinals. You beat the Broncos. So you do have some impressive home wins this year. And I think they get the job done over the Titans. I think the Titans right now, they are still in trouble. They don't know if Will Levis, a.k.a. Mayo Coffee Man, starter or not. Mayo Man or Ryan Tannehill. They're saying that if Will Levis cannot go, it could be Malik Willis making his in-season debut because they didn't like how Tannehill played.
Well, you don't say.
So right now, based on CJ Stroud playing, I am going to take Houston. But if he somehow is ruled out, I'm going to actually take Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same thing on this one. I mean, we have to keep our eyes on Stroud, see what they decide to do with him. I originally had the Texans winning 24-20, but if Stroud is unable to go, I may just have to flip it over to Tennessee 24, Houston 20. So it's just It's just a weird situation that we got to keep our eyes on. But right now, I've got Houston.
All right. Yeah, Titans. They might be without Will Levis for this one. Might be without Ryan Tannehill for this one. Might be Malik Willis getting the starts. While the Texans might have C.J. Stroud back as well. So that would put two rookie quarterbacks against each other for the first time. Will Levis and C.J. Stroud. First time this year. He's dropping stuff. I know.
My bad.
Texans beat the Titans a couple weeks ago with Case Keenum at quarterback. It was a tight race, tight game, and this one I will be as well. No matter who plays at quarterback for the Titans, I think the Texans get the job done over the Tennessee Titans and complete the sweep. So I got Texans over Titans 27-23. Lowest ticketed price, $97 on
All right,
Game
that's
Time.
a good move.
All right. Next game on the list. Ooh, got an interesting one between the AFC East, as it is the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. This game is in Buffalo. Bills are 13-point favorites.
Yes, they are. They're 13-point favorites. That's a pretty interesting one, to say the least.
Yes, indeed. Referee for this game is...
Referee for the Patriots and Bills is going to be... Allen.
Yeah. And calling the game on CBS, you got Kevin Harlan and Trent Green. I'm going first because this is my division. I got some things I gotta want to say.
Go right ahead.
If the Bills lose, we get the AFC East for the first time since 2008, which would be absolutely huge.
That'd be epic.
But the Patriots are playing consecutive road games after beating the Broncos this past Sunday night. Bills last week, just barely by the skin of their teeth, beat a bad Chargers team. So that will get them back. This game will get them back focused. Their playoff push continues, as I think they can handle the Patriots. Although they did lose to them earlier on in the season, I think they can handle the Patriots with a strong outing and get ready for us, the Dolphins, next week. I got the Bills winning this game 31-17. Call me crazy, but the Bills are my lock of the week.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
Because nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo
Bills. I'm starting to get hot with this hat. Gotta take off.
Gotta let the head cool off a little bit there. LC.
Yeah, it's starting to get hot.
Well, anyway, I don't really think the Bills are going to have much problem with this one. That is, if Josh Allen can keep his turnovers under control.
Yeah.
I mean, if he can keep it under control, then this will be a great game. Of course, he's got good offense. I don't know why I didn't start Gabe Davis, because on my fantasy football fever league, I don't know why I didn't start Gabe Davis, because he left so much points on the table for me. I didn't think he was going to perform that well, but boy, was I really fooled. But once again, I think he's going to do well, and I don't think the Bills are going to have much of a problem with these Patriots. So give me the Bills over the Patriots by a score of 31-17. Now it's the Bills.
Yes, it is.
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
Yeah. Alex, we're going to make it unanimous here, but this time, I'm locking it in.
There we
And this
go.
is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
Even though there are some notes here that I will talk about real quick. Patriots lead the overall series 78-49-1. Patriots won in week 7, 29-25. They're 2-3 in their last 5 road games against the Bills. They only averaging about 18.2 points, while the Bills average over 25.2 in their last 5 home games. Bills are 6-2 at home in 2023. Patriots are 3-4 on the road. Surprisingly, 2 in a row for wins. But let's be honest, that streak's ending. Give me those Buffalo Bills to get the win and be my stone cold lock of the century of the week. After putting up that kind of performance against the Chargers on Saturday night, they're going to put up some big numbers. I'm going to say my final score is going to be 47-13. Give me the Buffalo Bills.
It's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
All the way this time.
Because no one circles the wagon.
Wagons.
Like the
Buffalo.
Buffalo Bills.
That's right. All right, next game. Oh, this game's gonna be ugly. I almost used this as the Hell Not game of the week, but yeah, 2 teams that came into the league the exact same year, back in 1995. It's a battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This game is in Jacksonville, and the Jaguars are 6.5-point favorites.
Let me see. Hold on, my app just crashed. Hold on.
Oh, goodness.
That's not nice.
No, it's not. Not at all. I wanted you to actually tell me what the score prediction was. 6.5, you say. Well,
Yes.
Good news, Alex. 6.5 it is. Back on track.
Excelente.
All right,
And there was no change throughout the week. So literally it just stayed at 6.5 the whole week. No change whatsoever.
All right, referee for this game is
Referee for Jaguars and Panthers is going to be Carl Sheffers.
and calling of the game on the CBS. It's the he's gonna go in for the touchdown. Wonderful, miraculous, stupendous, magical,
Wow.
incredible. And Adam Archuleta as well on the call. Who you guys got and why? Jaguars and Panthers from Jacksonville.
This is going to be interesting. Who wants to go first on this one?
Let's hear Tim. Let's hear what Tim has to say.
Well, the only thing that this recalls to me about is because these 2 teams were in their respective conference championships in their 2nd year of existence.
Yep.
And seems like it's been kind of going back and forth between these teams over the last few years, ever since they came in. Trevor Lawrence is he's been kind of shaky. The Carolina has pretty much been pathetic pretty much all year. And I think that offense will exploit that Panther defense. So give me, just going to make this short and sweet, give me the Jags over the Panthers, 24-13.
Yeah. Jaguars have lost 4 straight games and have looked awful in doing so. But Carolina isn't a good team either, although Bryce Young was better last week because he had to play Joe Barry's defense. And, yeah, they almost came away with the victory over Green Bay, but almost don't count. The health of Trevor Lawrence will be key here, but even if he doesn't play, the Jaguars will win this one to stay atop of the AFC South. I got the Jaguars winning this game, but it's going to be close. It's a trap. This is actually my trap game of the week. 24-20, I got the Jaguars. Based on their performance last week, I think this is a trap. Yeah.
I like that. Let me pull up my notes on Jaguars. Jaguars versus Giants.
Panthers.
No, Panthers, sorry. Jaguars versus Panthers. God dang it. I don't know
Close
why. All right. Panthers lead the overall series 4-3. Only met 7 times. Panthers are 1-2 in road games versus the Jaguars. The Panthers only averaging 13.33 points in 3 road games versus Jaguars, while the Jaguars average 23 points. So they average 10 more points in 3 road home games for the Panthers. Panthers are 0-8 road games in 2023. Jaguars are 2-5 at home in 2023. They did win one international game, and that was 1-2. they won their home game, technically their home game in international war against the Falcons. But realistically here with the Jaguars, they do really well against the NFC South. They may have had a rough time against the Buccaneers, but against the NFC South, they're very, very formidable foes, and they proved to be the NFC South's pretty much their kryptonite a little bit.
Yep.
Other than the Buccaneers last week, I think the Jaguars will ride the ship and finally get back on the win column. It will be close, and I actually do consider this my trap game as well.
It's a trap.
It's my trap game as well. This is my trap game of the week. This is my trap game as well. Because the Panthers, they put up points against Joe Barry's defense, and Jacksonville's on a really bad losing streak, man. This could be ugly, but in the end, I think Jacksonville gets the job done barely. My final score is actually going to be, I'm going to say 23-21. Give me the Jaguars.
All right. Next game on the list. Okay, we got is the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Football Giants. This game is at MetLife Stadium. And from what I'm seeing right here, the Rams are 5.5-point favorites.
Rams and the Giants. Finally, I get the name right. Let me see. Rams and Giants is actually interesting, but I'll actually talk about that in a second. They actually went what? Hold on.
What?
Hold on. 4.5?
Yeah.
They dropped over 2 points? How did they drop 2 points? How did they drop 2 points?
I said 5.5.
It went down. Well, originally it was 6.5. Now it's down to 4.5. So originally when it started off the week, it was 6.5 originally.
You know what it is? No more Tommy Cutlets. No more Tommy DeVito. He's not going to be in the game. He's going to be a Tyrod Taylor. He's going to get the job at Gabagool.
The Gabagool.
Gabagool. Yeah. Referee for this game is?
Referee for Rams and Giants is Blake.
And calling the game on Fox, you got Kevin Kugler and Mark Dirty Butt Fumble Sanchez.
I like it.
Okay. Let me get this. Let me just I'm really not sure who to pick because let's be honest, the Rams are streaking into the playoffs as Matt Stafford is playing at a high level. Giants have offensive issues, but their defense is keeping them in the games as of lately. I'm not really sure who to pick here, so I'm going to let fate decide. Because this is my coin flip game of the week.
Impressive. I like it.
I'm going bold here. So, Rams will be heads. JFK. Tails will be Giants. Bald Eagle. Coming down.
3,
Three,
2,
two,
1.
one.
Baba
Baba
Ghoul.
Booey.
Baba Goo.
Sorry, I said Gabagool.
I think I should reflip that just because you messed it up. Hold on. Let's do that again. Say it right this time. Okay, ready? 3,
3,
2,
1.
Gabagool.
Baba Booey.
I want to do Gabagool because of
No,
Tommy
put
DeVito.
out.
Wait. The reason why I'm doing Gabagool is because of Tommy DeVito.
Fine. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Baba Booey.
That's better. Third time's a charm. Give me the Giants. All that gabagool you said, it worked out. Give me the Giants 23-20.
That
My
is actually
God.
kind of funny. I'm actually just surprised you.
Damn it. Who's next?
Damn it. All right, I'm going next.
Okay.
I'm going next. Rams lead the overall series 29-17. Rams are 3-3 in their last 6 road games versus the Giants. Last 2 games combined, won by a combined 89-28. Their last 2 road games against the Giants. Rams are averaging 30 points on the last 6 road games versus Giants, while the Giants averaged 24.5 in their last 6 home games. Even with Tyrod Taylor starting, let's be honest, the Rams offense is on fire. And I think that Cooper Kupp and Puka, Shaka, Nakua are going to have a fantastic outing as they carve up that Giants defense. Sorry, Flynn, all the other Giants fans out there. Rams are winning this one convincingly. Final score, Giants get 13, Rams get 27. 27-13.
Yeah. I'm surprised it went from 6.5 down to 4.5 on this one, but still. But still, I'm going to go with the Rams on this one. And I'm going to be kind of pretty bold on this one, 24-17, and I've decided to lock the Rams this week.
Oh.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
Dang. Okay. I forgot to do this for a few games, so I'm going to
rapid fire.
Bills, Patriots, lowest ticketed price 216. Jaguars and Panthers 61. And for Rams and Giants, we have 88.
Okay, that sounds
$88.
Right.
Okay. So now we are on this game as it is the Arizona Cardinals and those Philadelphia Checkers. Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. At the wink, as they like to say. And from what I'm seeing right here, the Eagles 10.5 point favorites.
You're back on track. Again, another good one there. So you're back on track.
Back on the right track. Referee for this game is
going to be Bill Vinovich.
Bill Vinovich. And calling this game, we got Joe Davis and Daryl Johnston, a.k.a.
Moose.
There it is.
There you go.
All right.
I'll go first on this one.
Who you guys got and why?
I'm going to go first and take this one. The Eagles actually went down by 2 points. But originally, it was a 12.5 point spread. Now it's down to 10.5. Cardinals actually lead the overall series 57-5. So the Arizona Cardinals actually are beating the Eagles in something.
Oh.
How? Your guess is as good as mine. The Cardinals are 2-3 in their last 5 road games versus the Eagles. The Cardinals average about 21.8 points per game on the road in the last 5 road games. The Eagles average 26 points at home in their last 5 home games versus the Cardinals. Eagles are 5-1 home games in 2023, while the Cardinals are 1-7 on the road in 2023. Let's be honest here. This is my point spread game of the week. Eagles are winning this one convincingly. Arizona may be good, but they're not. The Eagles are just so much better team here. So give me the Philadelphia Eagles win this game by double digits. Final score, Eagles 31, Cardinals 17. And let me hear Senator.
Oh, let's hear the Senator. Where is he at? There he is, right there.
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Eagles.
There you go. I love it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, not much to add with LC's commentary right there. Arizona still been trying to look for an identity all year. Philadelphia still has a great team. Just going to make this short and sweet. They will more likely cover those points. Give me those Philadelphia chickens over those Arizona Canaries. Give me the chickens by a score of 35-20, and now you can give me the Senator again.
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
That guy.
Eagles haven't looked crisp all season, but the Cardinals are playing consecutive road games, and they had issues stopping Chicago's offense last week. How? I don't know. Cardinals coach Jonathan Gannon came from the Eagles. He was their former defensive coordinator, where he was the defensive coordinator, so he knows them pretty well. But I don't think it's going to matter. I think Philly's going to take it but I think Arizona will get its points too. Again, it's not my point spread of the game, but I think it will keep it close. Eagles over Cardinals 34-27. Lowest ticketed price, $265.
What for this game? I'm actually surprised.
It's Philly.
For Eagles
It's Philly.
Cardinals.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on, it's Philly. All right, next game on the list, next game on the list, excuse me. Battle in the NFC South as it is the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This game is in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, 2.5-point favorites.
Yes, they are. They're 2.5-point favorites.
2.5. Referee for the game is?
Referee for the Saints and Buccaneers is Land Clark.
Calling the game, Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olson, Fox A-Team calling this game.
Makes sense. It is a big implication game for the NFC South, or as I say, call the NFC basement division.
Well, don't be so sure about that because the Bucs, they've won 4 straight games with Baker Mayfield, but they have had some troubles with the Saints in their recent history, especially when they play at home at Raymond James Stadium, losing 4 out of their last 5. But you didn't have that in the notes.
I actually did. I actually did have my notes.
The Saints will be rested after playing last Thursday, but they didn't play well in the loss to the Rams. I don't think they will turn it around here. I think the Bucs keep on rolling as they get closer and closer to clinching that NFC South. Give me the Bucs over the Saints, 27-17. Hey, Tampa Bay, Bucs are ready to shine.
All right, Tiny Tim.
Well,
And that is
I
true.
don't think this is going to be a big high-scoring game as I think it would be. Actually, in fact, it's going to be so low of a scoring game, then I actually have this as my hell no game of the week. Yeah. So I'm just.
Wait, what is this for you?
This was my hell no game of the week.
Oh, well, I guess we should
I'll play it.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
And not really much to say after LC. I don't see much of it. It's not going to be much of an offensive battle here. I'm just taking the Bucs over the Saints. I'll score 13-10.
Ooh,
Wow.
13-10.
This is actually surprising for this one. The Buccaneers did win in week 2, 26-9, but both these teams, let's be honest, are on way different trajectories based on what happened, though. They definitely happened on really big They've been on very different trajectories ever since week 2. The Saints lead the overall series 39-25. Saints are 4-1 in their last 5 road games versus the Buccaneers. The Saints average.
I wonder where you got that from. Just kidding.
I actually had it way before.
So
But anyways, I know. Saints averaged 25 points in their last 5 road games. Buccaneers only averaging 10.2 points in their last 5 home games versus the Saints. Buccaneers are 4-4 on 2023 home games. They've won 3 in a row at home. But the Saints are 3-5 on the road in 2023. Based on the recent history, Alex, sound the alarm.
Ooh.
The Saints have proven to play their best football against their biggest rival, and right now, that biggest rival is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
They're biggest. We almost said the biggest rivals.
I know.
themselves.
They technically do with Dennis Allen, though. They are trying to fight Dennis Allen with each other. But let's be honest
Yeah,
here.
that's true.
A lot of the players, though, they're going to be looking at the Buccaneers like, we still have a chance to win the division if we could beat the Buccaneers. And I think at the end of the day, I think they get a job done. The NFC South, though, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the NFC South teams, they've actually really struggled against at home the last few years. They almost lost to the Carolina Panthers at home.
Wait, they
Panthers
almost lost to the Carolina Panthers?
at home. They almost
What
lost.
in the all types of blue hell?
I'm not kidding you. They almost lost. They won 21-18. Only won by 3 points. And then they lost to the Falcons in Tampa Bay by 3 points. So the New Orleans Saints are going to win by 3 points. Give me the New Orleans Saints with Blake Garupe being the game-winning field goal. Final score 20-17. Give me the New Orleans Saints to beat the Buccaneers. And Baker Mayfield also, let's think about this in perspective. Against the NFC South at home, Baker Mayfield has really struggled. He has absolutely struggled. He threw an interception against the Falcons at home. He threw an interception against the Panthers at home. And against New Orleans Saints, he threw an interception at New Orleans.
Oh.
So this is going to be a rough one, but still, I think Baker Mayfield throws 2 interceptions at home, and I think the Buccaneers' home streak, that win streak, ends at 5. They've not gone 5 wins in a row since Tom Brady was quarterback, and I don't think they're going to continue that. Final score: New Orleans wins 19-16. Actually, I'm sorry, 19-16.
All right.
That's my upset
Next
pick.
game. Oh, I like it. Next game on the list we got is the Las Vegas Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. This game is from Indy, and from what I'm seeing right here, the Colts are 3.5 point favorites.
You're right; they are 3.5 point favorites. They did jump by half a point.
Yes, they did. All right. Referee for this game is...
Let me see. Referee for the Colts and the Raiders is Sean Smith.
And calling the game, I'm pretty sure this is on CBS. Yes, it is. Andrew Kettleon, Tiki Barber, and Matt Cold as Ice. Ice, maybe.
Ice, maybe.
Matt Ryan.
Who used to play
You
for
guys-
the Colts?
Yes, he did. For 1 year. For one whole season. So the Raiders are out on the road for a second straight week with slight playoff chances in play. They beat the Chiefs on Monday, and I don't think anybody expected that one, except for maybe Raider Ben.
Raider Ben was ecstatic, man. That live stream was awesome.
Yes, it was. I caught just a little bit of it. The Colts need this for the playoff hopes. Raiders defense is playing at a high level, but at the end of the day, it's Minshew mania, brother. Going up against Aiden O'Connell, I'm going with Minshew all day long. Colts over Raiders, 32-15. Give me Indy. What you gonna do when Minshew mania runs wild on you?
Yeah, I was watching that game on Christmas Day when Vegas pretty much exposed the already flawed receiving core of the Chiefs. And Indianapolis is coming in with Minshew mania, but I think Vegas is going to have a little bit more mojo in this one. This is not my upset special of the week, but I am taking the Raiders over the Colts 20-17.
Okay. And LC, what say you?
It's crazy to think about how the Raiders are definitely going to be the Raiders are definitely going to be a team that no one really wants to play right now. The Raiders defense under Antonio Pierce have been playing extremely well. Realistically, on defense, they've had one bad game this year under Antonio Pierce. But other than that, they've really held their opponents in check. Ever since they got rid of Josh McDaniel, they've been riding the ship and they've been playing pretty well.
Yes, they have.
So I will give them credit on that. They've been playing really well. And the Colts, there are some issues with the Colts. Zach Moss is still looking like he's going to be injured, though. Jonathan Taylor has a chance to come back, but Jonathan Taylor, let's be honest here, he has not been the same running back as he's been in the past few years. He's really struggled. And I really think that right now that the Raiders defense is playing so much better under Antonio Pierce than Josh McDaniel ever was. Antonio Pierce actually knew what it was like to play on an NFL field and on a defense. Josh McDaniels didn't know jack of nothing. So Don't call me crazy. I'm actually going to go with the Raiders.
Oh,
I'm actually taking the
okay.
Raiders on the road. I think with getting Josh Jacobs possibly back is a huge thing. I think the Raiders realistically are going to be in good shape. And the crazy thing is, if the Colts are without Michael Pittman again, because Michael Pittman is still in concussion protocol.
Yes.
He was reactivated, but then he's back in. And I don't think Pittman's nearly the same receiver. I think that injury of his, that hit with DeMonte Casey hitting him, I think that's going to impact him the rest of the year. He'll be fine next year, but right now, Pittman just does not look the same. And if he's going to be injured, though, I think he's going to have a rough game against the Raiders. Nate Hobbs, I think, can easily shut down Pittman if he plays. So in the end, I think the Raiders are getting this win. And yes, Dashy, I am for real. I know we're going to play that sound effect in a second, but give me the Raiders actually to win this game. It's not my upset pick of the week because the Raiders are actually more favored, and the Yahoo poll is actually showing 40.87 to 59.13. But I'm actually going to go ahead and take the Raiders at home. I'm taking the Raiders, and I think they get the job done.
It's in Indy.
48-52. So I know it's in Indy. Let me give you some stats, though, real quick. The Raiders actually lead the overall series, though, in this series, 11-10. Raiders are 3-2 in their last 5 road games versus the Colts, and the Raiders are averaging 21.6 in their last 5 road games. Colts averaging 23.6. But let's be honest here. The Colts really haven't dominated the Raiders since Peyton Manning was the quarterback.
True.
So, in the end, I'm going to take the Raiders to get the job done. I'm going to say Raiders get the job done. Final score, Raiders. I'll go with 27-23. Give me the Raiders.
All right. I messed up again. Lowest ticketed price for Saints and Bucks, 138. And then for this one, it is Colts and Raiders, 114.
That I can see.
All right. Next up. All right. It's my game.
It is. You know what time it is.
It's my game. You know what time it is. As the number 1 seed in the AFC is on the line. As it is the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. This game is in Baltimore. And from what I'm seeing right here, the Ravens, the home team, 3.5-point favorites.
Let me see here. Yes, they are. So they went up 0.5 point.
Referee for this game. Okay. You already mentioned something about being one of the worst. Is it Vinovich?
No, it's not Vinovich. I already mentioned him.
Is it Sean Hockley?
Nope.
Is it? Hold on. You said Tra. You said Ech.
Yep, I said them already.
I think I know who.
Steve. Damn it. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Who is it?
Do you want me to tell you who it is?
Who is it?
It's your all-time favorite ref, Alex.
Jerome Boger's back. Yes.
No, I know Jerome Boger's not back. He's retired. He's enjoying retirement with his family.
Is it Cleat?
It's Cleat.
You for real?
I am for real.
Yeah.
Bitch, are you for real?
I am for real.
Damn.
And calling the game on CBS, you got Ian Eagle and Charles Davis.
I'm actually surprised that Jim Nantz and Tony Romo are not calling this game.
I am too. Trust me, I am as well. You all know the rules.
Save you for last.
Save me for last.
Yeah.
Who you guys got and why?
I'll go first on this one.
Go ahead.
Ravens lead the overall series 10-8. Dolphins are 2-4 in road games versus the Ravens. Last year they won in 42-38 in 2022. Dolphins averaged 17.5 points in 6 road games versus the Ravens, while the Ravens averaged 30.83 in 6 home games versus the Dolphins. Ravens are 5-2 at home in 2023, losing to the Browns and the Colts. And the Dolphins, I know, should have been the Rams, I know.
Yep.
And the Dolphins are 4-3 on the road in 2023.
That's correct.
But the Dolphins actually have a really good home record too. So this is a tough one, man. This realistically was the toughest game to pick on for me. Both of these offenses are really good. The key difference, though, is which defense is realistically going to be making the start, making the stop when it needs to be made the most. The problem is, though, The Dolphins, they may have gone win over against the Cowboys, but can they do it 2 weeks in a row?
It's a tough one.
2 weeks in a row where the Dolphins usually struggle in Baltimore. They're 2-4 for a reason. And even though they won last year, I think Baltimore, unfortunately, gets their revenge. And I hate to do this because I am a Steelers fan and I hate picking the Ravens, but let's be honest here. I think Baltimore's got it done. I think they're going to get the number 1 seed, and I think at the end of the day, they're going to do what they can to get the job done. Final score, and I hate to do this, Alex, I'm sorry. Final score, 28-23. Give me the Ravens.
You got to do what you got to do.
I hate doing it. I hate
That's
it.
fine.
Yeah. Dolphins coming off of a close victory against my Cowboys. And Baltimore just totally exposed those 49ers. I mean, Brock Purdy, 4 interceptions in a game. Don't think I ever seen him do that in his career. So Baltimore has pretty much got the better mojo right now. It's because of that I have to make my decision. Baltimore will take the AFC number 1 seed. I still think Miami will take the AFC East. But in this case, give me the Ravens over the Dolphins 34-27.
34-27. Okay. Here we go.
Boom.
All right. Let's do this. This is the game of the week. That's right. That's cool. This is the game of the week and could decide the top seed in the AFC. Because if it's not us or the Ravens, the Browns are the other team that has a chance at number 1. Believe it or not, there's only 3 teams left. It's us, the Ravens, and the Browns. And MVP matchup between Lamar Jackson and Tua Tagovailoa. The Ravens have blown out a bunch of good teams, but that will not be the case here. Interesting stat, Lucas, you forgot to mention. Tua Tagovailoa in his career is 2-0 against Baltimore.
Yes, he is.
So for that reason, sound it.
Love it.
That's right. I'm going with my head and not my gut. My head is telling me to go with the Dolphins to get the job done over those rat birds. 28-24. Fins up, baby. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be me at the end. When we win the AFC East, when we clinch that number 1 seed, this will be me.
Miami wins the game! Miami wins the game!
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Love All right. Next game on the list. Now we get to the 4:00 slate. Now it's your turn, LC, as it
All
is
right.
the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Seattle Seahawks. This game is in Seattle. But first, real quick, before I do that, lowest ticketed price for this game, $361. $361 for Dolphins and Ravens. Now, Steelers and Seahawks, rematch of Super Bowl 40?
Yep, Super Bowl 40.
Super Bowl 40. That's right. Referee for the. Oh, actually, hold on. Hold on just a second. Seahawks, 3.5-point favorites.
You're right.
Referee for this game is
Sean Hockley.
Oh, one of the better ones. And calling the game on, I believe this is Fox. Yes, it is. Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma on the call. We all know the rules. Save the Steelers fan for last. Tiny Tim, let's hear what you have to say on this one first.
All right. Well, according to what I'm looking at right here on my screen, Kenny Pickett is still questionable. And I'm not trusting Richard Trubisky one bit. Might be Mason Rudolph again.
Mason Rudolph, the red nose
Well,
right
he has been actually To know you guys, he has been confirmed as a starter, more than likely right now this week. He has been
Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer.
He had a very shiny nose.
Yeah,
And he got the win.
Yeah, and he's a lot better than Mitchell Trubisky.
100% agree.
But Seattle's got a very tough team, and I hate to do this, but yeah, I'm glad to go. I'm going with Seattle. Take those Buzzards over the Steelers, 30-26. But I would be very happy for LC if the Steelers pull off the victory.
I mean, so would I. But then at the end of the day, what's their record right now again?
8-7.
We all know what's going to happen, right?
Yep.
We all know what's going to happen. Mike Tomlin's going to save his job. Everyone's saying, "Oh, he's never had a losing season."
He's never had a losing season.
So this is a playoff game of sorts for these two teams. Seahawks are coming off a nice comeback victory over Tennessee, while the Steelers handled the Bengals in Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer's first start. This will be a tougher test on the road for Mason Rudolph, but Steelers will hang around. At the end of the day, I think Geno Smith will make enough plays to win it late for the Seahawks like he did in last week's game. I got the Seahawks over the Steelers 30-27. Give me Seattle. You heard what I had to say. You heard what Tim had to say. LC, it's your turn. Team America.
Also, first, before I say anything, Gary, no, I will not shut up. Screw you. Anyways. Yeah, I saw your comment on there, Gary. Shut up.
That was yours.
Anyways, let's continue on. Series is actually tied up at 10-10 apiece. So this series is actually tied up. Steelers have not won in Seattle in 40 years, just like Dashy and I.
How many?
40 years.
Damn.
Hey Gary, be quiet. Anyways, Seattle's only lost once to Pittsburgh and Seattle. Seattle is 5-2 at home in 2023, while the Steelers are 3-3 on the road in 2023. This is a pseudo playoff game for both teams, realistically. And the thing is, this game is going to come down the wire. It's going to determine which defense can make the plays when it matters most. Both defenses do have problems giving up big plays to receivers. We gave up a big play last week to T. Higgins, and the Seattle gave many big plays up to DeAndre Hopkins and Chimwake Okwonu, the tight end. Literally, they're giving up big plays. So realistically, Okonkwo. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Anyways, this game is really going to be interesting to see which team realistically can make the big plays at the end of the day. I think the big thing with Steelers is they need to go ahead and establish a run. Derrick Henry actually had a really good game last week against Seattle, and I think as the Steelers put up the run and rely on the run a lot and let Mason make passes when needed, I think the Steelers got a good recipe for success. The big problem, though, with Seattle is their offensive line is giving up a lot of sacks. And last time TJ Watt played against the Seahawks, he had the fumble, and Alex Highsmith got the game-winning score last time. So TJ Watt is extremely good against Seattle. And whenever TJ Watt's on the field, the Steelers are undefeated against the Seahawks. They've won both games against the Seahawks when TJ Watt's on the field. And at the end of the day, I think it continues there because you guys did not mention that up. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Pittsburgh Steelers to get the job done.
Oh, man.
The thing is, streaks got to end at the end of the day. Streaks end. Like, let's be honest, Arizona ended their streak against the Steelers, who was an NFC West team being an AFC North team. But now let's have this reverse happen, have the Steelers actually beat the Seahawks and end their streak. If the Cardinals can do it against the Steelers on the road, it's time for the Steelers to pay back the favor. Give me the Steelers in this game at the end of the day. I think that they're pretty much primed and ready to go, and I think they're going to get the job done. Reason why is simply put, Mike Tomlin is going to pretty much fight tooth and nail until he can't fight no more to get that 9-8 record.
Keep his job again.
Final score, Steelers, I'm going to say get the job done 27-23. Give me the Steelers, and Mike Tomlin will once again have a winning season, and then they lose next week to Baltimore.
And if you don't like that, he's got 4 words for you.
We do not care.
It's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
No, we do not.
He doesn't care what you think. All he wants is that 9-8 record.
That's it. All right, next game on the list, it is the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. This game is in Denver. Denver, 3.5-point favorites from what I'm seeing right here.
Yes, you are correct. There are 3.5-point favorites.
All right, referee for this game is
John Hussey.
you got Tom McCarthy, James Lofton, and Jay Feely on CBS calling this game.
Jay Feely,
Jay
interesting.
Feely, the former kicker. All right. Who you guys got and why? Chargers and Broncos.
I wonder what you're doing that for, Tiny Tim.
Oh, a reference to the Who.
Oh, see me, feel me.
Oh,
Yeah, see me, Feely.
See me, Feely. God.
And then Gary. You can go take your words and swallow them. Anyways.
Slap nuts. Jeez.
Wait, Alex,
all right.
before you go, what was the Steelers-Seahawks ticket price?
Ticket price for Steelers and Seahawks is $227.
That makes sense. And what about Broncos and Chargers?
Broncos Chargers, $77.
Okay. It's interesting now to see what happened over the past 24 hours with this matchup. Broncos were originally 7.5, then dropped to 5.5, and then now they're 3.5-point favorites now. The Broncos lead the overall series 72-55-1. Broncos did win in week 14, 24-7. Chargers are 1-9 in their last 10 road games against the Broncos. Chargers only averaging 22.8 points in their last 5 road games versus the Broncos, while they averaged 24.4 in their last 5 home games against the Chargers. And the Chargers are 3-4 on the road in 2023, and the Broncos are 4-4 at home in 2023. After losing the Patriots, Sean Payton decided to bench Russell Wilson for the rest of the year and let Jarrett Stidham take over the reins, which is definitely a downgrade in quarterback play. But
he might get released too. I bet he gets released too in the offseason.
I would not be surprised, but the Broncos, realistically, it just surprised me how they're just playing this bad. It realistically is just amazing to see how the Broncos have literally just completely imploded. That trade was the worst trade in NFL history. It keeps coming up, and it's
no. Deshaun Watson's is worse.
Deshaun Watson is Deshaun Watson's maybe worse. Deshaun Watson's definitely is a good chance at it. But what this right now, if Russell Wilson does get released and he never plays football again, that would be a shame. Because Russell Wilson still has some talent. I just think the team overall, the Broncos, just not getting it done. At the end of the day. It's not Russell Wilson's fault for everything, but he's not helping his case out. Denver gets the win because the Chargers do struggle at Denver. Realistically, the last quarterback to get a win in LA was Phillip Rivers, and the Chargers just really suck in Denver. That's one of the places they hate to play at because they always lose. I think they get the win. Broncos get the win, barely though, but this would actually be one of my hell no games of the week after today. But at the end of the day, give me the Broncos. Final score, Broncos. I'll go 19-13. Give me the Broncos.
Yeah,
field goals of plenty in this game.
Chargers showed some life last week with interim coach Gift Smith and their tough loss to the Buffalo Bills. They should have won, though. Let's be honest. They probably should have won that game against the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Broncos lost to the Patriots somehow, some way. I'm not sure why, but they did. But they're still alive. They're still alive in the playoff race, but they need to win the last 2 games to have a chance. I think they will get this one, but it's not going to be easy. I got the Broncos winning this game 23-20. Broncos country.
Let's cry.
Let's do something. I don't know.
Yeah. So looking at this one here, Chargers are pretty good, but Denver's just a little bit better. Russell Wilson maybe get cut. He just might probably after the season go. But for now, I think Denver will take care of the Chargers here. Give me those Denver Donkeys over those Los Angeles Lightning Bolts. Give me the Broncos to win 27-20.
All right, last game in the 4 o'clock slate is, oh boy, Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. This game is in Kansas City. And from what I'm seeing right here, the Chiefs are a full touchdown, 7-point favorites.
You're right.
Referee for this game is?
Oh, I'm sorry. I messed up the referees. So Chargers and Broncos is Craig Rolstad, and Bengals and Chiefs is John Hussey.
John Hussey is the ref. And calling the game on CBS, it's the A-team once again from Kansas City. They probably didn't have to travel much. They probably just stayed the week there, enjoyed that nice barbecue. It's Tony Romo, Jim Nantz, the CBS A-team.
What's crazy to think about this game is it's an interesting game to say the least. But
where's Dashy?
Where is Dashy? That's why.
Where's Dashy? I want to hear what he has to say about this.
I wonder what he says to say.
I'm curious. But anyways. But anyways, who you guys got for this one? Chiefs and the Bengals.
Chiefs and Bengals. Huh.
There it is. There. Let's see what he has to say. Upset and trap. Bengals to win. Wants his revenge. Get his revenge. He is streaming the game on his channel, Dashy Sports. So be on the lookout for that. Upset and trap. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, let's see what you have to say here first.
Cincinnati's been doing okay with this. If Joe Burrow is still available, because I believe they have that guy. I can't remember his name.
Browning.
Oh yeah, that guy Jake Browning. He's been doing pretty good. He's impressive. He's not flashy. Like I say, he's not flashy. He doesn't have a lot of sizzle, but he's got some substance there. Meanwhile, the Chiefs' receiving core has been kind of a disappointment to me. And basically because they lead the whole league in drop passes. And that is going to seem to be a huge problem. I believe that the Raiders were able to exploit that problem when they defeated the Chiefs on Christmas Day. And it seems like Patrick Mahomes is starting to lose his temper more than his grip. And the Chiefs' defense, they're still okay, but it's the offense that's really giving me the problems. And with all those shot passes, you ain't going to win games like that. And so with that being said, Alex, sound the alarm. Yeah, just like the Vegas Raiders exposed the Chiefs, the Bengals are going to do the same. Give me the Bengals over the Chiefs 27-24.
Wow, Alex, you know what to do.
I'm shocked. Oh my. What?
Damn.
This is bold.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tiny Tim, are you for real?
Okay. LC asked this question.
You for real?
And I asked this question.
You for real?
And this.
What?
And this. Third time's a charm. And one more for good measure.
All types of blue hell.
Yeah. Yeah, those Chiefs receivers are starting to lose my trust in them.
Wow. Insanity.
Interesting. Going bold.
I love it, though.
Going bold. Yeah. Chiefs, let's be honest, they have issues on offense, which they need to get fixed next couple weeks before the playoffs start. Bengals are still alive, but just barely. Cincinnati defense had issues with Mason Rudolph at times last week, so maybe this will be a game to get Patrick Mahomes going. I think the Chiefs win, but I think the Bengals keep it close. Actually, no, I don't. What am I talking about? No, I don't. That's not true. 28-17, give me Kansas City.
Actually, crazy to think. Tiny Tim is not wrong on this one. He does have some interesting points. The Bengals lead the series 18-15. Bengals are 3-3 in their last 6 road games versus the Chiefs. The Bengals average about 21 points per game in their last 6 road games, while the Chiefs are averaging 25 points in their last 6 road games versus the Bengals. And the Bengals are 3-4 in road games in 2023, and Chiefs are 3-4 at home in 2023. With one of those games, it is technically a neutral site win. They did beat the Dolphins, so realistically they're 4-4, but they have to take away that one. The Bengals definitely will give the Chiefs a run for their money. That's for sure. It did drop from the earlier in the week where it was -8. The problem is, though, is Jamar Chase really going to be healthy to play in this game? There is a chance he's probably going to play in this game, but Jamar Chase could be a big X factor in this game because he's had some really good games against the Chiefs. T. Higgins is coming to himself, and he's coming in his own player, but realistically, he has issues, though. The Chiefs' defense is the strong point in their team overall, and I think the Chiefs will give the Bengals a very good game. This is going to be an interesting back-and-forth game, but in the end, if I'm not sure who to pick, I'm going to go with the home team. I think the home team is going to win here. I think the Chiefs are the safer bet here. I think the Bengals season, unfortunately, will end in Kansas City. And the Bengals being 3-4 on the road is not going to help things out here. The Chiefs may not be better at home, but let's be honest here. The Chiefs, they need this win more than the Bengals do. I think they realistically need this in order to clinch the AFC South. They do play back down the backup quarterbacks. They play down the competition. They play down the back competition, but realistically, when it comes to the big facts, Andy Reid knows how to prepare his team for these kind of big games. Even though Taylor Swift's trying to suck the life out of Travis Kelce, with Travis having one of his worst seasons ever, I think that they'll get the redeeming factor and get the job done at the end. I don't see Taylor Swift being at this game. I think she's not going to be there, and Travis Kelce goes off. Final score, give me the Chiefs to win this game. I'm going to go 30-23. Give me the Chiefs. Exactly by the touchdown.
All right, last game on the list, Sunday Night Football night in America, NBC. Check your local listings, as it is one of my favorite rivalries in the entire NFL. The Green Bay Mother-loving Packers against those purple people eater Minnesota Vikings. This game is in Minnesota, and from what I'm seeing right here, the Vikings are 2-point favorites.
They are 2-point favorites. Very nice to hear about.
Referee for this game is
Clay Martin.
And calling the game on NBC, you know who it is, Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth. I will go first on this one because I actually have a soft spot for this rivalry because, like I said, it's one of my all-time favorites. Whenever these two teams face each other, you got to watch it because you never know what the hell's going to go down. Both these teams need this to stay alive in the playoff race. Packers are playing consecutive road games, which is always a challenge in this league. But I think Jordan Love, Packers passing offense, can have success here against a Minnesota defense that has struggled as of late. And Nick Mullins, he's not really that good. He's shaky at best.
He is.
So I'm going with Green Bay to get the job done over the Minnesota Vikings. 34-28. Go, Pack, go.
Tiny Tim, what says you?
Well, last night on my Fantasy Football Fever show,
TJM 3774, check it out.
And once again, I want to thank Lucas for joining me last night.
You're very welcome.
Actually, I said that I went with Minnesota over the Packers in this one, 27-23. However, I think if I'm not mistaken, I heard that the Vikings tight end, T.J. Hawkinson.
Yep. ACL and MCL.
ACL and MCL, double trouble. And that means he's pretty much out for the rest of the season. And Nick Mullins is not that good of a quarterback as Kirk Cousins. So because of that, and it looks like Jordan Love is starting to have a better season this part of the year. I'm sorry, but I gotta call an audible on this one. I'm going to have to reverse my score from last night. I said Minnesota 27, Green Bay 23. Calling an audible. It's Richmond.
Ooh.
Give me the Packers over the Vikings 27-23.
All right.
I like it.
Let's hear this. Let's hear this history lesson because I know this is a big one.
This is a big one. The Packers lead the overall series 65-58-3, one of the biggest rivalries in football. Vikings did win this game with their previous matchup in week 8, 24-10. Packers are 2-3 in their last 5 road games versus the Vikings. Packers averaging 24.2 points per game in their last 5 road games versus the Vikings, while the Vikings, they averaged 25 points in the last 5 home games versus the Packers. Packers are 3-5 on the road in 2023, while the Vikings are 2-5 at home in 2023, but their wins were against some of the biggest teams in the league, including the San Francisco 49ers, and their other one, I'm trying to remember who it was. It was a big, I know it was a very big win. I'm trying to remember the exact team. Come on, it's coming to me. Give me a second. Come on. Think. Come on. I knew I had. Both of these teams are also 7-8, though. So pretty much a loss here ends their season. So the only other win was against another playoff team, which was the New Orleans Saints. So, and they almost beat the Chiefs. So the Vikings do know how to play well at home. And realistically, for me, with this spreads being so close, I haven't done this yet this week, but it's time to let fate decide.
Oh. Saving the coin flip for last.
Saving coin flip for last. Yes, I had to do it for last. So don't worry. It won't change next week. But hey, I mean, it will change next week, but it won't be the last game. But with that being said, I have the number 1 here. The colorful number 1 with 100K on it is going to be heads for the Minnesota Vikings, and tails is going to be AR for Aaron Rodgers, who was the former Packers quarterback. Even though Jordan Love is the Packers quarterback right now and all you need is love, let's see what the coin has to decide. All right, so who wants to count me down?
I'll do it right this time.
Do it right.
3, 2, 1. Skull. I don't think you caught it.
No, I did. I caught it.
No. It was just say what I said.
Wait, what did you say?
I said skull.
Well, you kind of spoiled it there. It's the Vikings.
I was right.
It's the Vikings at home. I'm going to take the Vikings at home. I think they get this one done. I think this is a high-scoring matchup because, let's be honest, Joe Barry's defense is absolute garbage, and I think he should be gone at the end of the year.
He will be.
Yeah, I'm taking Minnesota. I'm ending off the week on a funny note. Yes, I can't believe you said skull, but whatever. The Steelers beat the Vikings in Super Bowl 9, so that's all I care about. Final score, Vikings 30, Packers 28. This is a high-scoring game, and I think at the end of the day, they're going to get the win. So Vikings
and the lowest ticketed price is $296.
That makes sense. I can see that.
For the Chiefs and the Bengals, 205.
205.
So yeah, it's gonna be a good week. It's gonna be a hell of a week, and that is it for week 17 of the 4 Horsemen of Pick'ems. Next week, I'm gonna try my hardest to get a guest picker next week because week 18, that is where chaos reigns supreme, if you know what I mean.
We gotta get someone on. I know we're definitely gonna get
chaos reigns supreme. Where chaos reigns supreme, we got to get somebody next week. So this Sunday, I will be calling the game between the Dolphins and the Ravens, so be on the lookout for that on my channel, APizzle90. Dashy will be doing the Bengals and the Chiefs on over his channel, Dashy Sports. Of course, we got Fantasy Football Fever.
Which that's on Fridays. Actually, it will now be on Fridays, right?
Yes. We are moving to Friday starting next week. Our next show will be Friday, January 5th, first show of 2024.
That's
Mhm.
right. The first show of 2024. I love it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Next year. We'll see you guys next
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, this is our last show
Happy
for
New Year.
before the New Year.
2023.
So, does anyone
Yeah.
have any New Year's resolutions they would like to
Yes.
make before?
I do. I
wanna hear it.
actually do because I stuck with this one last year and it worked out pretty well. I'm going to do it again. If you got something to say it. That's my New Year's resolution. Simple and
That's a
basic,
good
you
one.
know. If you got something to say, just say it.
For me, one of my New Year's resolutions to continue my weight loss journey, to continue to get better as a teacher, and to be giving back more. I would like to give back more to those
Nice.
in need. So those are some of my New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, of course. My resolution is try not to lose my mind. That's all I can say.
I like it.
Very well. All right. So I guess that will do it next week. We'll see you guys same time, same place. So for LC Muscles 28, for Tiny Tim, for Steel Sermon, Steel Maiden, Yinzer Mac, wherever he may
Wherever he
be.
may be.
They Pizzle saying peace out and fins up. Baby. See y'all next week. Let's get that number 1 seed.
See y'all in 2024. Let's go Steelers.
And the
Beat
AFC.
those sea chickens.
All right, let's see if those Cowboys can beat those Rams or beat the Lions and go undefeated at home. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everyone.
See you in 2024. Yeah.